Where did the third Devil Joe come from? Malice does make a copy? So is it bugged? Because I thought it... Okay, let me read it again. It's absurd if it actually copies it. Yeah! As I thought it would just... I gotta read that card then. Because I thought it like acted as if it died and then you put that copy back in. Like, move to the graveyard, then move back into play to reset it, essentially. 2 Devil Joes from Thrones. But if that's not how it works, then I've been reading that wrong. 3 mana for a free Ouroboros. The things we learn. Yeah, especially if Wesker can get multiple Devil Joes on the field, you almost like have to run the other hero art. Especially with how many units deal 2 damage. So we're looking at Malice. Malice is where... I mean, this is weird. But I gotta assume that's a replay. Obliterate costs 6 and he has 8 mana. Whatever. Ignore that. Halt that. Gives a random unit in your graveyard -1/-1, places it on the field. Okay, that's not the one that we're like thinking of. So at this point, are we all in agreement? There's the slow tyrant or the fast tyrant, whatever version is in there, and then the zombie. There's no Devil Joe in the graveyard right now, right? Are we all in agreement? There's only 2 cards. Fast tyrant. Okay, there's only 2 cards in the graveyard yet. So this should hit a zombie or whatever. Fast tyrant. Then I halt this. Sends a unit to the graveyard. Then returns it to the same board slot. Deals damage to your hero equal to the unit's MP cost. Doesn't arrive if slot is filled. So the way I read this card is... Magic the Gathering, you're holding the card, you move it to the graveyard, then you move it back. You get all the on-play effects, and then you would take 8 damage. That's the way I'm reading this. But what actually apparently happens is send it to the graveyard, then make a copy, then return that to the same board slot. So if I had just let that rock, he would have gotten the 2/8 fast zombie or the 3/2 zombie. Returns it, meaning the exact same card. Right. That's what I think. But instead it makes a copy in the graveyard. So then this should go from 10 to 11. When this resolves, this should get sent to the graveyard, making 11. And then when Devil Joe comes back, this should still be 11. Right? Then it would go to 10 when this card resolves. Right? Not intended service to the depths. Okay. Destroyed takes 8 damage, equal to the mana cost. This goes to 12. 11 is Malice. 12 is the Devil Joe. Then it comes back. So it does make a copy. Because this... Should go to 11 for Malice, 12 for Devil Joe in the graveyard, then 11 when that copy gets moved out, which is not what's happening. So then this resolves, and it's a 33% chance to get another Devil Joe or the Vast Tyrant. That's nuts. So now we all just abuse Malice? Fucking hell. Putting 3 in my deck. That's how it works. Like, this is 12. This should be 11. It should go down when the Devil Joe comes back. It's a bug, I think. It seems like it's a bug. Seems unintended. How does spillover victory work? They need to make replays show both players' cards and MP. They had an update in the past for cards that say something and does something totally different. I have a deck list that was made from True Asian and other top players. I can send it for you to see. It's working as intended. It focuses on reviving actions. I don't think it's working as intended. Yeah, if you could see the graveyard. I don't think it's working as intended. My personal opinion. I don't think that's working as intended because of the way I interpret that card. And this could be different, but the way I interpret this, is target a unit, send a unit to the graveyard, the one you've targeted, move to the graveyard, comma, then returns it to the same board slot. Same unit, same one you moved to the graveyard, move that to the same board slot. Deal damage to your hero equal to the unit's MP cost. Doesn't arrive if that slot is already filled for some whatever reason. It makes a copy when it moves away, then you can't move it back. I don't read this as send a unit to the graveyard, Control-C, Control-V it in the graveyard, then put a copy of that unit in the same board slot. Bug?